Okay, all right.
Black people have never been in charge of any system.
Well,
We're not
actually, we have been. Take Baltimore.
No, we've never been in charge of
may I
any
finish?
system. Tell me, what financial system are Black people in charge of? What healthcare system are Black people in charge of? What government system are Black people in charge of?
I'm about ready to tell you.
What prison system are Black people in charge?
I'm about ready to tell you.
I'm not talking about mayors. I already know that talking point, sir. I go on Fox News all the time as well. So let's not go there with that. I said, what system have we created? Have we implemented that we have been in charge of? Name one.
Is this why you don't like talking to Black women, Larry Elder?
Wow.
Teslyn Figaro is an imposter. She's a fraud. She's a wolf in sheep's clothing. If you go to her social media page, it is filled with so much black propaganda that it will make you sick. She's about to be exposed for who she is. A liberal, a feminist, a Marxist, a believer in climate change, a supporter of abortion, and just plain decadent. Oh, and I almost forgot, she supports mandates and snake bites.
Black girl, if you 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 black girl, do your thing, do your thing, do your thing, do your thing. Black girl, if you black.
Unlike a lot of the governors who are pretending to be doctors on TVs, I am not a doctor, and I know that I'm not. So I don't really necessarily have an opinion, on what they have decided to do as far as, the CDC and Pfizer and what do they think is best. I do trust the science. I do trust the science. I do trust the science.
I do trust the science.
You don't have to get deep and wonder what a person believes politically or where they stand. All you have to do is look and see how they feel about mandates and snake bites. If a person believes that you should put an experimental gene therapy in your body without being tested on human beings, and if you don't do it, you should be ostracized from society, well, it's very clear what that person believes in politically.
Baltimore, Freddie Gray a few years ago.
No. That's mayors. I'm not talking. I said system.
I'm going to tell you about this system if you allow me to finish my point.
I'm not talking about somebody elected and doing a job, sir. I asked what system did we create? What financial system?
Okay, let's talk about the system of one of the largest.
Let him say his point,
thank you.
sir.
One of the systems of one of the largest cities in America, Baltimore. Freddie Gray died in police custody a few years ago. The mayor was black. The head of the police department was black. Number two.
It's not in charge of the system, but go ahead.
Number two person in charge of the police department was black. All of city council, Democrats, majority black.
Joe Biden is a moderate. He's in the center. AOC doesn't control Joe Biden. Vice President-elect Senator Harris does not control Joe Biden. She will be serving at the pleasure of the president. So you can push all day long, but nobody's going to push Joe Biden to do anything that Joe Biden has not done for the last 47 years. And Bernie Sanders sure as hell won't. Let me be clear about that and say that again. Bernie Sanders is going to sit right there and he's going to take it. He knows who Joe Biden is. He's governed with this man for almost 50 years. So you can continue to push the policies, but the bottom line is Joe Biden is, I believe, very interested in uniting this country. I call him a moderate, but he's certainly not progressive. Joe Biden is, I believe, very interested in uniting this country. Joe Biden is, I believe, very interested in uniting this country.
Joe Biden is, I believe, very interested in uniting this country.
Still not in charge of the system.
Wow.
That's a position.
6 officers charged, 3 of them were black. A judge before whom 2 of the officers tried their case found him not guilty was black.
Still not in charge of the system.
The city intendant of public schools was black. The county superintendent of public schools is black. The attorney general at the time, Loretta Lynch, is black, as was the president of the United States was black. And yet,
still not in charge of the system.
So who's in
I
charge
asked
of the
you a
system,
simple
Ted?
question, sir.
Well, Wanda Sykes said when Barack Obama got elected, how are you going to complain about the man when you are the man? Now, from the president to the attorney general to the state attorney to the mayor to the head of the police department to the commissions of the schools in the city and in the county to the majority of city council in that city, all of them are black. And you're still saying that we don't run anything?
So who's in
Black people struggle with context and comprehension. And that is a byproduct of black culture, because black culture makes everything about race. So black culture makes everything about how you look. And so when black people vote to defend their blackness, but they don't actually correlate their vote with policy. So you can't complain about not controlling the system when you actively run the system. That means that you are complicit and compliant with whatever the system is doing.
I do trust the science.